Hey, before we get started, quick PSA. There's going to be a sneak peek campaign on October 12th through October 19th, according to the Pokemon Pocket News reporting site, PokeZone. So, maybe save those Wonder Pick hourglasses if you want those shiny full art cards. Don't use them all right now, because you could get some awesome, better odds sneak peek Wonder Picks later on in a couple of weeks. Once again, I'm the Sneaky Dragon, and we're going to talk about the new Deluxe EX pack. There have been some interesting conversations about some bugs or maybe intended behavior around this pack, and people asking me, literally, I just got someone message me on Discord about this 5 seconds ago, whether or not this pack is a good thing for the player base. I think it is, but there's some things that maybe Pokemon needs to fix a little bit. Let's talk about it. I've been seeing a lot of these posts on Reddit, that some of them just saying, I'm upset, yeah, this is dumb. Oh my goodness, this one's like an anime title. I'm so disappointed in the set. Not only was it reusing cards lazy, a massive set of reused cards, it made a limited FOMO. Yeah, what's going on here? So one of the reasons that people have taken to Reddit and other forum sites to complain about the new Deluxe EX pack, which will only be available until the end of October 2025, is because a lot of the pack is cards that we've already gotten in previous sets. If we take a look at the Pokedex here, it's largely empty, even though I have most of these cards. And the game will fully acknowledge that I have them. I mean, take a look at the Squirtle, I got 6 of them. Why was that an empty block I clicked on? Even though the game fully knows it was in both of these packs, it's saying that I can't fill it out in this part of the Pokedex. Pokemon even took to Twitter to confirm that they intended, quote unquote, this to be the case. That the new cards you'll get from this set don't count for previous Pokedexes, and previous Pokedex entries don't count for this set. So my Squirtle card, that's the same Squirtle card that you get in this pack, doesn't count as the same Squirtle card? A lot of people are upset about that, and if this set is a chance to get cards that you missed, it should count as a card that you missed, right? But there's some other weird things about this set that have gotten a lot of attention. You might notice that I've got 2 of the same card, one after another. What's going on there? There's this Cosmog, which looks exactly the same as this Cosmog. Can you spot the difference between these 2 pictures? Corporate wants you to spot the difference between these 2 Cosmogs. It's the same Cosmog. The only difference is that this one is foil. You can tell it's like, I mean, move it around a little, and the light kind of shines off it in different ways, right? This is a foil card. A foil card. It's not actually made of foil because it's on my phone, just like the other card, but it's a foil card. Okay, so features like this and the Pokedex thing have led a lot of people to complain that it feels more like a cash grab than something to help the players. But I want to be clear, I do think that this is cool. I like the idea that they're releasing foil cards, which I had a lot of fun collecting when I was younger, in the digital game as part of the trading card collecting experience. And the fact that it's a 1 diamond card, meaning it's pretty common and you can build it with pack points pretty easily, I feel like that's fair. That's perfectly reasonable. And you have to remember the comments aren't all bad. Some players have taken to Reddit praising the incredible new art of the cards. And I have to say, the art of these cards are a step above what we've gotten so far. And it's not just Reddit either. Even competitive players on the tournament discards are enjoying elements of these set, or at least some of them are. You might recognize this name from the Ursi Day Discord and the PLL Discord, but this player was incredibly happy to acquire some incredibly beautiful new cards from the new set, and I have to say, they all look stunning. Being said, I've also been getting Discord messages from people saying, like, Sneaky, what do you think about this new set? I kind of feel like it's a cash grab, like it's FOMO, they're manipulating fear of missing out to make you spend money. You need to understand that I'm a free-to-play player. I don't spend any money on this game. I haven't even used the free trial of premium yet. I am that free to play. Yeah. And coming from someone who spends no money on the game, I'm not really upset about this. I'm actually happy that they're doing this. I know at least one person that I got into the game, and I felt really bad for them that they couldn't get all these meta cards. I was like, you gotta pull Giratina, you gotta pull Darkrai. And they've been sending me DMs, I can't pull Giratina, I keep trying, I can't pull it. And it's been so difficult for new players to get into the game that I'm glad they made a pack series with literally all the cards you need to start getting into the game. The controversy has become so widespread that people are already making fun of it. This was a particularly funny post, and I want to be clear, if you feel like this pack is a bit of a ripoff, I don't blame you, I get where you're coming from, and I kind of feel like it is in some ways it's not. But this is still a very funny meme. If you are angry that you have to collect all the cards you already own but are stored in a different place, that is entirely on you. But I do feel like that's not exactly true either. I mean, one of the core features of a collecting game is having in-game resources that help you sort your collection. I think it's just a bit misleading, and if anything dishonest, to show me that I don't have all these cards when we all know I do. Wait a minute, that said I didn't. This one says I do. I guess that was the foil one. This is so confusing! And the fact that even I can't figure it out while I'm doing the video should indicate that if the in-game sorting resources for a collecting game are confusing people and aggravating people, then that kind of is a problem. I do think that for something as quality as a Pokemon game, I would expect it to be a little bit better than that. I want to see a picture of the 9 Bulbasaur cards that I have. I do have them right there in that number 1 card slot. Okay, I don't have the foil yet, so number 2 can be blank. That's fair. I really don't have the foil one yet. But the number 1, I got 9 of those. That should be filled. And it should be really obvious and clear to me which cards I have and which ones I don't. I'm going to go even further and say that there should be a separate Pokedex view that should show me all of the different Pikachu EXs I have that are just clones of each other. For example, here's all my Pikachus from Genetic Apex. And this Pikachu is exactly the same mechanically as the 2-star version, and it's also exactly the same as the immersive version. Though it's, the immersive version is immersive, and that is still kind of cool, but mechanically it's the same card. And they're all exactly the same as the golden version. Seriously, I'm free to play. How did I pull this? I got so lucky. And it's also the same as the one they're re-releasing in the deluxe pack. That will be a different Pokemon entry. They should really give me some kind of view for, players who just want to play the game, not just collect the cards, so we can also see if we have the required 2 copies of every card from its game mechanics perspective. But I also think if I have the card, show me I got the card. There should be tools to help players, and I think that's the thing that people are most upset about. That the game is showing me a blank box when I have the card. But we do have to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Pokemon Pocket is a gacha game. And it's a freemium gacha game. You don't have to pay money to play. I don't. And I have almost every card from 1 to 4 Diamond Rarity. In fact, I would have every card from 1 to 4 Diamond Rarity if I spent more time trading. So, kind of on me there. What's that, Psyduck? Yeah, I get what you're saying. But the thing is, as Psyduck reminded me, you have to pay people a living to design all these cool cards. I mean, we don't want AI art to be all over the cards, do we? Right? Well, if you don't want that, and you want to pay hardworking artists a living, the company needs to make money every time they release a new set. And, game developers are also expensive. So if they release a new set with new cards and new game mechanics, they have to pay programmers to do a lot of stuff too. So to keep the game freemium and to keep the costs low, they have to release things to make money. They have to. Otherwise, people don't get paid. They can't feed their children. So, we have to acknowledge that this is a free game for a lot of people, and it's providing a lot of value, and all of that value is paid for when people buy stuff in the game. So, are there cash grabs in Pokemon Pocket? Yes, there are cash grabs in Pokemon Pocket. Should they fix that Pokedex thing? 100%. They desperately need to fix that Pokemon thing. But am I upset about this beautiful deluxe pack that guarantees me a 4 diamond card and has all these beautiful alternative arts for cards I love? No! I'm not upset about this. I love this. This is great. Like, I understand where people are coming from, but we all need to take a step back and realize that, they need to get paid. That has to happen for the game to keep happening, for the game to keep existing, for Megas to come out next month. A whole new game mechanic that they had to program and design. And I'm playing for free, so I can't complain. But I do think there is a duty to keep the in-game features fair and reasonable. And that's where I stand on the matter. That being said, your opinion is legitimate. And if you think there are more things to complain about, if you agree with some of the Reddit posts being like, I don't feel so great about that. Let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the new Deluxe Pack EX. This has been the Sneaky Dragon, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple of days. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in a couple of days for my weekly gym battle deck building video.